a lot. Did my stream just drop for a sec?
It's just restarted for me.
Right, okay.
I see an ad.
Yeah, I think my stream dropped for just a moment there. So
Yeah, you've basically started a new stream.
Right. I'm still going on OBS for 2 hours, but I might have 2 separate VODs, which means I'm going to have to splice things, which is really freaking annoying.
If we have an ad, do we want to...
Yay!
I was going to say, if we've got an ad, do we want to take a bio break?
We're coming up. This is the last bit. So, if you want to go quickly, then sure.
I don't need to go right now, but I'll let everyone else go.
I'm fine.
I'm good.
But yeah, that's really freaking annoying. Thanks, Twitch. Oh well, I'll deal with it. That just means I'll have to put it onto rent. I'll have to do future Twitch problem. Mark that down. Yeah, he goes to sit next to Gira. Gira hasn't like that. Your sister walks by you, Dwayne, and as she goes, she's like, "I'm glad to see you up and about, brother."
Likewise.
She makes her way to her seat, and what surprises you is that she sits in the seat that is usually reserved for the overall leader of the Sailor Corps. Which indicates that she is now currently the highest ranking officer.
Dwayne's like, oh man. Oh, that's a mix of emotions right there.
Yeah. As everyone else takes their seats, you see the remaining council members take their seats. And the room quiets down as everything's brought to attention. Patar then stands up and walks to the center of the room. We thank you all for attending. There is no easy way to say what has happened in the last 24 hours. Our home was attacked, and lives were lost. Too many to have an accurate count. The damage to our homes is repairable. But I believe when I say this, mental scars will linger for quite some time. We were betrayed by a member of this very council. Councilman Gile has thus been labeled a traitor to Smilodia. However, he managed to escape with his allies. It is also unfortunate that I must inform you that Councilman Chess was found in the panic room quarters of this apologology. Dead. An unwilling pawn, or an unassuming pawn, the machinations of Gile. My fellow council members of thus taking it upon ourselves to enact emergency action on planet Smilodia. Now, I know many of you do not agree with Councilman Tabs and myself in our wish to join the greater galaxy. Fear that we would lose our tradition. However, I think the last 24 hours has proven that we have sat idly by, and that we were not, in fact, prepared for anything that would come to us. And Councilman Biggs bears our sentiment. Commander Caroso, if you would. At this point, Qatar takes his seat. And Gira stands up and he addresses the room at large. Citizens of Smilodia, I fought alongside our new allies. Commander Kruger and his alliance, and thus the equations came to us in our time of need. Undoubtedly saved all of Smilodia. It is the unanimous decision of myself and the other commanders of the Hunter Corps that Smilodia will officially join this alliance. And we will take the fight to the forces of Dark Spectre and the Machine Empire that dared invade our home. It's at these words you start to hear rumblings. There's slight cheers. There's definitely a lot more cheers than there are like that. You get one protest from some older Smilodians. But overall, the room is brought back as he holds up a hand. He said, I realize that this decision may not sit well with all of you, as you feel that you have not had a voice. However, I ask that you simply look outside these windows and see the devastation to our planet. We believed our technology so advanced and strong that it could protect us until this war had passed. The corruption of this darkness reached even here. We can no longer deny that we are safe. That is why this decision has been made. Furthermore, it is without Commander Kruger and his team that many of us would not be standing here today. And he's at that point, he looks over at the six of you. You came to Smilodia as ambassador, and ultimately you became its saviors. On behalf of myself and the rest of planet Smilodia, we thank you. And you hear rapt cheers like that. Like, it starts off kind of small, but then some of the younger Smilodians cheer, others cheer, and it kind of like all the civilians start, cheering for you six. You see the applause from the soldiers around the room, especially a lot of the Smilodian hunters regarding you in a new light. The Alliance soldiers already know what you're about. They, like that. The Equation Rangers also give you a salute in their own way. They bow. And Commander Kruger himself also regards you and gives you all, an approving nod. Professor Daxian's just clapping. He's happy. He knows, he's proud of you as a mentor. And leaning on his walking stick, he also then regards you, Dwayne. Dwayne Caruso. And
Dwayne slowly stands.
it is the decision of this council and mine, as a former commander of the Smilodian army, to award you with the title of High Hunter. You left this planet going against our traditions, but returned and never forgot from where you came. And in its greatest hour of need, despite your injuries, despite regard for your own life, you fought and defended it. We humbly thank you, and I could not be prouder to call you my son. You see a lot of you see Khan kind of like smirking at you. Your sister kind of like shedding a tear. Your mum's bawling. She's up there.
Oh, Dwayne's trying to keep Dwayne's trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
Keep it professional.
Yeah. The High Hunter is the highest order that you know you can get. It's after that then he goes like that. Usually there's a ceremony for this, there's a medal and stuff like that, but it's this is on pretense only. It's then Commander Caruso turns around and says, Commander Kruger. Commander Kruger then steps up. Commander Kruger is wearing his best. You've seen him in it before. The only addition to this one is that he's got the Shadow Saber at his side. And then he says, he then indicates, he says, Rangers, stand. Join your teammate.
Does so.
Stands.
Ye.
The formation of this strike team was to be built of 5 of SPD's best. Now, while 2 of my recommendations got through, 3 of you were not the ideal choice. However, you demonstrated today, and since you have received these powers, a courage that many cannot fathom. I award you with SPD Medals of Honor. And you, Orchid, you will join this rank as well, as SPD's first official Sentinel Guard.
Just nods.
And one of some of his they present you with the thing. They get up to you, walking, and they're like trying to figure out where to pin the medal. And they're just kind of like, yeah, we didn't think this through. Kind of just says, hold your hand out.
Hold hand out.
They just kind of place it in your hand as they walk off. You see Kruger kind of like, and then the other guy goes, told you we should have gone with the ribbons. There will be more battles to come. But I am all very proud of you as Rangers. And he gives you the SPD salute.
Reiko will return it.
Wayne will definitely return it.
Same.
Yeah.
No, no one for the first time will actually return it.
As all that's happened, like that, he then motions for you to return to your seats, and then Councilman Patar stands alongside the other three, and they say to themselves, "From this day forward, Smilodia is now a part of the Grand Alliance. Our technology will be shared with them." This is Tabs speaking, by the way. In an effort to end this war, to stop the damage, the destruction that happened here in Smilodia. It's at that point the council members then start shaking hands with the Alliance dignitaries. This is the formality, all the formalities, stuff like that. A lot of this will go through. But then everyone starts to kind of disperse. The meeting comes to a close. And you are all invited in. Like that. The civilians stay, and then there's like that. And then really, the only people left then are the military dignitaries. Like that. Some other, like Dwayne, your family are down. But you're getting kind of like an informal debriefing at this point. Professor Daxian is with, he just says, "Well, not one to stand on ceremonies, but I believe that went rather well. As informal as it was."
I think I can agree.
Yeah.
Commander Crew goes,
Do I need to start carrying a thing that things can be pinned to?
with that? Daxian goes, "No, Orchid, I don't think they had the thought of medals being attached to robotic life forms. But, however, I could..."
Understood.
Maybe we could get you a coat or something that we could attach the metal to.
No, you could wear a jacket.
I think I'd like that.
It's just Arrow, but they're decked out in like full. They're just decked out in like full clothing.
Oh, Kruger says, like, we can have Kruger says, "A uniform could be made for you."
With all due respect, Commander, I think a uniform is long since overdue for her.
I agree. Orchid, make me an alertness perception. You notice Daxian's got his thinking face on. That kind of face in which you saw way back when he goes off on one. He's just like, I could do this, and like that, but then I could do this. What if I did this?
I just looked.
Is everything okay?
Yes, Orchid, of course. Everything is completely fine. Just lost myself, as I tend to do there.
If I could squinty eyes, I'd squinty eyes. You get the feeling Daxian's being squinty eyes at.
He's literally just like, honestly, it's nothing. And to invent a go in his own musings every once in a while.
If we removed your left arm and mounted a minigun onto it.
Basically, no. Yeah. Councilman Patar comes over there and he goes, "Well, as Professor Daxian has already pointed out, as formal as it was, it's about as best as we can do given the circumstances. one of us will have to go. One of us will have to be the representative for Smilodia now at this next grand meeting you spoke of, Commander. Commander Kruger nods. And he turns to you, Sex, and says, "There will be a meeting of the Council of the Alliance on planet Zybria following this to best ascertain the best way going forward to enact our plans." This, of course, in reference to a reason that you came to Smilodia all that time ago, which was to gain either their allegiance or the technology to create what was essentially a sky trench or a space trench, which was a series of ships and satellites spread across the front line, the neutral line, to protect the green zone. An incredible feat of scientific ingenuity that theoretically could be done, but can 100% be done with the technology of Smilodia. This, of course, is all bureaucracy things that will happen in the meantime.
I suppose our primary mission is still at large.
Kruger nods and says, "Indeed, especially after seeing the effects of what it did to what it did to Dwayne."
Suppose we should start figuring out leads on our next destination. I think we already had a couple above game. I think we did have a couple other leads after Smilodia as well.
Yeah, you did. That will be a thing. That I can do. The choices will be done once I get future Twitch problem. But yes, there are other options.
Just say I know for a fact one of them is deep in the red zone.
Yeah, one's deep in the red zone. The other is I can't remember the other one. I'll have to go back. But yes. At this point, the commander says that should you choose, you can return to Zybria and take part in the meeting. You are, of course, have every right to. But besides that, as Nova said, your mission remains the same. They're weaponizing this war. We need to find out where and shut it down.
Not to mention all the Machine Empire generals outside of Automaton survived.
Yes. Major victory there.
I think no. He did survive.
No,
he
yeah.
ported away, didn't he?
Yeah, he ported away. Yeah, no, he did.
So they all survived. As much as it pains all of us, especially Arrow, to say it. But if it's any consolation, at least in some degrees, their plans have changed thanks to us.
Machine Empire has taken a heavy blow this day. Tides of this
They
war.
also lost a hand this day.
Again.
They also lost a hand this day.
Presents hand to Gira.
Everyone,
He said you wanted a trophy of the event. I apologize, my backup was not as adequate as it could have been in the moment.
And that is said, like, directed both at Kruger and Gira, but hand presented.
High five, Set.
they both laugh in the moment, and pretty much everyone else starts laughing as well.
Looks around completely puzzled, trying to make a heartfelt gesture.
And Gira takes the arm and says that Your timing was impeccable. Well then, I guess he regards you with it now. He goes, now Dwayne, well then, guess this shall be goodbye for a time.
For a time.
Your sister Mitra then comes to her. She said, and she comes to her. She said, "Well, might be seeing more of us even soon. I just got my orders, just received my orders, as did Keela. We are officially assigned to the ambassador's ship to Zybria. This should be fun. Especially now that I'm riding with you, Grand Admiral." Mitra just kind of like elbows Keela at that point. Who kind of just gives, like, Keela just the kind of eye rolls.
Well, congratulations are in order, Grand Admiral.
As to you, High Hunter. And, like, after a bit of an awkward silence, she kind of just rushes forward and she hugs you.
Yep. Give that hug back. Yep.
It's also, as that happens, you see Lyra also walks in, and floating just above her head is one of the drones, just kind of whizzing back and forth. She just goes, just like, well, my orders seem to have me planet side for the time being. However, I will probably end up out there sooner or later. And then you hear under you hear your mother in the background just said, much to my chagrin. Kai also steps forward and regards all of you, just says, I was wrong about you. All of you. I suppose when I'm fit for service, I will be joining many of the others on the front line. Don't suppose I'll be seeing you out there, though?
Oh, you never know.
You may do.
Yeah. Hope you heal up fast. I'd sure, if the time comes, I'd sure love to see what you can do on the battlefield.
Well, I certainly don't need to be dressed in tight spandex to do my job.
You know, it actually grows on you for a little while. After a while.
Just the first thing.
Away.
They're not spandex.
Yeah.
In another timeline.
Apologies to Dr. K in the alternate reality that took place in.
Yeah. I expect it from you fucking shitloads now. However, Professor Daxian goes under his breath, not spandex.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Mariko would just turn to Dwayne. You've got quite a family.
Yep, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's at that point, like as that said, the elevator opens and Khan walks in, kind of like that, pushing someone in front of him. He said, "See, the outfit fits you like a glove. I told you it would." You look up and you see Micah Caruso now wearing the garments of a hunter recruit.
Dwayne's gonna be like crossed-armed, and he's gonna be so smug. Well, at least
Remind
it'll
me
keep him out of trouble.
which kid was it that we saved from the gang again?
Micah.
Mika.
Mika.
Marika just has a smile on her face.
Arrow has the same smile on his face.
At least it'll keep him out of trouble.
For the time being.
Wait a minute, is that my old uniform?
Khan kind of looks at you, Dwayne, just goes, just kind of smirks.
Ah, you still kept it. Okay. Yeah, it does fit him like a glove.
Then Khan walks up to Gira and goes, "Oh, well then, old man. You sure you're fit for this?" And Gira kind of smirks. Just goes, "You do your job, Khan, and I'll do mine." And it is at that point you all devolve into, happy pastime talk. It's overall a good ending for the planet Smilodia. Smilodia has now joined the Grand Alliance. You're conversing with the Equation Rangers. Everything else is going on. This is the calm. There is a calm. Not a entirely peaceful calm. There is an undertone of that. There is still danger out there. But all 6 of you feel that for the first time since you became a team, you have done something to shift the tide of this conflict. The camera bridges away, very far away in fact, to a burning planet. Or should I say a planet that looks like it's more lava than it is habitable, should I say. And on this planet there is this dark castle. Flies by, you see Tenga warriors, you see Honey patrollers, and just in orbit in the background you can see the flagship of the Machine Empire. Within this throne room, sat upon the throne, is Rito Revolto. And in front of him is King Gasket and the contingent of the Machine Empire. And Rito is just tapping his fingers on the arm of the throne. You fail. Now the Alliance has gained a very troublesome ally. But with all due respect, we did not foresee the interference of the equation. And he gets cut off there as Rito stands up. Silence! Why Dark Spectre puts any fathomable use to you and your kind is beyond me, nevertheless. One good thing came from this. And it's at this point that Councilman Gile steps forward out of the shadows with a very sadistic smirk upon his face. Rita regards him, just regards him briefly. The information on your planet and kind will be useful to us. Pray I do not hand you over to Dark Spectre. Gile kind of loses the smirk for a moment. And then turns back to the machines and says, just goes, "Get out of my sight." As he sits back down on the throne, and the machines get back up and they leave the throne room. A third figure steps out of the shadows. My. Great Rito Revolto. I had heard your skills and prowess were so hospitable, but it does nothing to see it in person. And Rito looks back and says, "Why are you here?" Oh, Dark Spectre is expecting better result. I've been sent here to make sure you remain on track. That won't be a problem, is it? And Rito just lets out a growl. And the figure, rather feminine looking, smiles, says, "Perfect. I'll just excuse myself. Come me, Clipter."
Oh, fuck.
As Astronomer walks off screen, and we are left with the visage of Rito Revolto silently stewing. As that brings episode 46 to a close, and the arc of the Black Ranger to a close. I am never writing an arc that long again.
You'll write one that long next week.
Oh, I'll stop myself before I get that.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks.
Kelly, thank you very much for the raid right at the end there, perfectly timed. But yes, so yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Phantom Black arc has concluded. The Smilodians have officially joined the Grand Alliance, and our Rangers have now gone from level 6 to level 7.
Yay!
Yay!
Yes, they are now level 7, which means I have to adjust everything. But that is fine. Now for some ongoing news. I will be taking a small hiatus from Power Rangers CyberStrike. Because when
At which point I'll be running everything.
yeah. Because when I tell you I nearly burnt myself out writing this arc, I really, really did nearly burn myself out on this. That's totally my fault. Because I tried to do far too much, and I tried to include so many branching paths that it was a lot to take and try and keep in my head.
You went way too hard in the paint.
Yeah, I way too much. So there will be a small hiatus, just so that I can prepare for the next few arcs that are going to happen. That it won't be like weeks and months on end. If anything, it's going to be about 2 weeks. Just so I can get things going. Minimum 2 weeks, maximum 3, as a small hiatus. Because, like I said, I went so far in on this. Tom can attest. I almost just like, you know what? I just don't want to do the campaign no more. It's too much. What have I done? So yeah. But yeah. So there will be a small hiatus, 2 weeks minimum, 3 weeks maximum. While
we had another raid.
Oh, we've had another one.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly awesome. Ah! Hey, Beck. Thank you very much for the raid. You've caught me finishing the session.
And an arc as well.
And the arc of the Black Ranger arc. No, it's all right.
I was gonna say this is an appropriate time to take a small break because we just finished a huge story arc.
Yeah. Also, my stream dropped out, so which is why it's coming up as like I've only been live for about half an hour when I've actually been live for about 3. But yes. Hi, welcome in raiders from Backstream. I am Twitch the Person. You've come in on my just at the tail end of my Power Rangers tabletop RPG game, which I run here every Tuesday. You can find the entire playlist here. But yes, there will be a small, like I said, a small 2 to 3 week hiatus while I consolidate everything for the next. 1 sec.
There is a question I want to ask, but
yeah, go ahead.
Did we level up?
Yeah, you did level up. You weren't here when I announced it.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You're all now level 7. Yes, you did all level up.
Woo!
But yes, yeah, that was a 10-part arc. And like I was explaining, I damn near burnt myself out on it, and I'm never ever going to do that again. Yes, I have thousands of ideas when it comes to this homebrew campaign, but I have a lot of ideas when it comes to this. But yeah, so I'm gonna again minimum 2 weeks hiatus. Okay, I don't know how many times I've said that now. I also need to go back and check a couple of things now because I'll be using this hiatus to make sure that I haven't included stuff that I've said in past episodes that will no longer work for future episodes. But yes, right at the end there, I introduced another little teaser. Astronomer, if you know, you know. But yes, so I need to find someone to raid as I switch to the slideshow of the slideshow of Power Rangers. Look at this Zord. Ooh, it's a tank. Ooh, there's a mobile offense unit. There's another mobile offense unit. Look at the Green Ranger Zord. There's the Black Ranger Zord. And there's the Mega Zord. Sorry, I have to show them off. But yes, we're gonna go down and say goodbye. Say goodbye where you are and where they can find you. Once again, everyone that tuned in from the beginning, thank you very much. If anyone follows from now on from those raids, highly thank you as well. But yeah, I'm just rambling now. So from top to bottom, we will go. Choco, who are you? Where can I find you?
Hello, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You find me on the social medias as some form of Chocolate Zombie 101. I also stream on Twitch occasionally. I'm working on getting the Astrobot Platinum Trophy right now, and much more other Platinum Trophy and gaming content to come. So follow my Twitch. I'm posting VODs on YouTube. Follow my YouTube. I have a Ko-Fi which you can use to support the streams until I can get Twitch and or YouTube monetized. So follow that. Donate to that if you feel like it. Anything helps grow my newfound foray into content creation. Outside of that, I also do D&D and tabletop stuff, like here on Tuesdays on this channel when we do Power Rangers. Later tonight and every other biweekly Tuesday, you can find myself and Deluna over on twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn for Face of Our Lives, our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. We're about to show down with a hag, so come tune in for that. Wednesdays, you find me and Deluna over on twitch.tv/Draco_Magnus for our Curse of Strahd campaign, where we're currently going through a bit of a revenant situation on our way to potentially having an ill-fated meeting with the vampire lord himself. So tune in for that. And on Thursdays, myself, Raul Hoshi, and Draco Magnus, I'll stream Baldur's Gate 3 on our respective Twitch channels. Outside of that, you can find myself and many other people here in this call on the MNW Multiverse Nexus Wrestling eFed and its infinite multiverse of indie shows. So tune in for that. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're all over the place.
You got to condense that goodbye, man. Fantastic. Cryptic, who are you? Where can they
putting
find you?
everything out for everybody so everyone else doesn't have to do less.
That's fine. Just keep it concise.
Hi, I'm a Tiefling. You find me on Tiefling Fans.
I'm gonna hit you so fucking hard. Do it properly.
Hi, I'm Cryptic. You can find me at twitch.tv/Cryptic_Cyogen on Twitch, where I stream World Domination Wrestling. We just had our Slam Win Honored by Glory pay-per-view, celebrating the milestone of 3 years as an eFed. I'll get to uploading that VOD on YouTube under the World Domination Wrestling channel eventually. You can also find me at Twitter and Blue Sky as Cryptic Cygen.
Fantastic, fantastic. Deluna, who are you? Where can they find you?
Hello, my name is 113. You can find me on every social media you can think to find me, except for Twitter at Deluna13. I am basically done with that. I'm gonna use this real quick to say, if you're gonna leave Twitter, do not delete your Twitter. Just lock it or privatize it and lock it out or log out of it, because there's a rumor that they are setting up bots to take over Twitter names of old people that have deleted their stuff and make it say things that they didn't really say. So don't give them that power. And Chago already said where you can find me, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on.
Fantastic, fantastic. Hardluck, who are you? Where can they find you?
I am the internet's Mr. Hardluck. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr. Hardluck. That's just MR Hardluck. As the home of Yeet Elite Wrestling, the finest shitpost wrestling in the multiverse. We are currently on indefinite hiatus and will be returning in big air quotes soon. In the meantime, you can find my IRL wrestling exploits as the classiest man in the multiverse, Scott E. Stevens, on Facebook and YouTube. You can go and watch some of my old matches. Please do. They're terrible.
Rosso, who are you? Where can they find you?
You can find me at Rosso Ryu on pretty much all of the socials that I have. That is ROSOHRYU. For the icons that you saw at the bottom of the screen for most of the show, I do those particular face icons. They are also used on the battle maps. And I also tend to do things like for NPCs, notable characters as well that appear on the battle map as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. Tom, who are you? Where can they find you?
I'm Tom. You can find me here next CyberStrike session.
Absolutely. Tom also did a lot of the artwork you see scrolling across your screen right now. Tom is a Toku enthusiast that I have never seen before in my lifetime. Check them out. They're amazing. And of course,
Twitch.tv/DynamoTom.
And of course, I am Twitch the Person. I am the grid master and overall mastermind of this homebrew campaign that I decided to do as my first time as a DM because I'm smart that way. You can find me here. You can find all my socials underneath my down in the descriptions below like that. Like I've already posted, you can find the entire playlist of Orange CyberStrike on my YouTube. If you want to go and delve even more into my YouTube, you'll find other playlists such as my old Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse playthroughs and other videos I did trying to do content creation back then as a dumb kid because, you know, why not? You can also find me here at other times playing a Pokemon Soul Lock with my friend Dom and much more content to come in the future. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to go and raid my friend Zymocyte, who is playing Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. I believe they are currently grinding to fill in the sphere grid, which is something that I'm sure we've all done if you've played that game. But yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Just a Mushroom Duck and Vanessa 2023 for following off the back of those raids. Thank you, Kelly and possibly Awesome for the raids as well. For anyone who's still sticking around, I hope you stick around in the future. And if not, thank you just for being here for this small little part of it. Until next time, though, stay safe, peace out, be kind, and if you can't be kind, shut the fuck up and just keep it to yourself.
Hail Pigeon.
And hail Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Bye, everybody.
Pigeon.
Raid messages, go Cyberstrike.